Yeah!
My goodness. Wow.
Usually, I hate when people make videos like this that you're about to watch, but considering this, oh, there goes Barbie. That's okay, she's stunt Barbie. This is probably the most famous RC in the world, like actually, and it got hundreds of millions of views across all of our social media platforms. And it's got to be one of the toughest RCs and coolest RCs that we have ever seen come to life. There's tons of innovation. The durability factor is insanely high. I mean, we've got the videos and action of this thing to prove it. Ironically, this thing actually broke the website that created it, so much so that it's just not good for anybody. Okay, and yeah, that's probably one of the most famous little stunt Barbies in the world too.
Poor Barbie.
Poor Barbie, she's got a cast and everything. So because of this RC and its crazy viral views and I'm sure tons of sales, Losi, and I think it's a very good idea, has created another brand new street bike, and that just announced this morning. I thought you guys might find it interesting to know some things that we know. Now, companies like to sometimes release things before influencers so they can sell a bunch without influencers getting any credit. And that's what happens, right? That's the marketing strategy. It's whatever. And word has it that influencers have them on the way. That's what we've been told. But the good news is we have a nice little email that talks about everything a person would want to know about the Losi Promoto, not MX, SM. So I thought it'd be really fun to go through that with you guys. Again, normally I hate videos that sit and talk about something when they don't have it. But again, considering on our channel alone, this guy brought in hundreds of millions of views, at least a couple people might enjoy today's video. Abby, be my guest. We'll have a seat there, Abby.
Oh, okay.
Could I borrow your phone with the email, please? And we will go over this together. I think Losi and Horizon made an extremely wise choice. They'd be so stupid not to make another motorcycle, considering the success of that one. But I also think they missed a couple points too. So we're just gonna, very chill video, go through the big bullets. And I do want to remind you guys that this is linked in our video description box below. So if you want to look at it while we're talking about it, it's there, right? If you buy it through that link, it does help to support us. There are some big bullet points for this. We're going to hit the big ones first, and then we can talk about some of the smaller ones. But the top 5 key features about the new MS, and it is a Moto series. So I'm talking crotch rocket type of street racing bike. Okay, that's the design they decided to go with on their next motorcycle. Fully assembled and ready to run just like the other one. So if you're unfamiliar with the Losi Promoto-MX, this thing comes in one piece out of the box and it just rips and roars and tears it up, and it is probably one of the most durable. I've not broken anything on that RC in the world. There are a couple things that I think needed improvements on that one, and I think they've addressed those because I've already read through this, and I want to tell you guys what those biggest failing points are on that and the improvements that they claim to have made. And obviously this will be on the channel soon. Even if they weren't sending it to us, we would buy one and put it on the channel. We'll probably buy one anyway because we did that with the Promoto-MX. So our money is just as invested as your guys, and you get every bit of truth out of us, which you always will anyway. Now they have an updated lean bar position and wheels with bearings. Let me show you the lean bar. The lean bar on the Promoto-MX was good, but also not perfect. There were a couple angles that it could fall over and not be able to get back up on its own. But I would say like 70 to 80% of the time, if you're on flat surface, it's going to be able to get back up when these are on. Some people would ask, and yes, you can take these lean bars off if you want added realism, but if you ever set the bike down, it can't get back up without you picking it up and kind of giving it a little hand launch. So although these are a little ugly, they save you a lot of walking and a lot of bending over. They've addressed the front brake caliper and piston too. So this one has a really awesome, I'll get you on this side, front braking system, just like real disc brakes. You see that? That's your disc and mine's actually rubbing a little bit. Just, it's been a while. I'm sure if I WD-40 that, it's okay. But when the brakes hit, that actually squeezes, and so they say they've updated that. I think probably for the strength. The braking system on this wasn't like the best. It definitely worked, but they've now increased the power, I'm sure, and the effectiveness of the front brake system. I don't think there was much wrong with this one, but it's always good to make improvements on things. So I'm excited to see how that performs out of the box.
I hope they updated the clothes of the driver because
I don't think you could.
It didn't hold up very well at all.
I don't think there's any improvement to be made on that, but
I do.
It's
I
cloth.
think, yeah, don't make it cloth.
Leather jacket, which is one of my ideas. Okay, I think they could. I have an idea that I think they should have done. I think they'd have sold more.
Well, they don't ask content creators.
They don't care what I think, even though we got 300 million views on it or whatever. But so also the tires. Okay, now there will be street tires. Now I think they made street tires for the Losi Promoto-MX. I'm positive they did actually. But there are smaller tires on this street bike, even though it's still 4th scale. The tires on this new version are smaller. They're aiming for, I think, faster speeds overall, with still having capabilities of pulling off wheelies, so the email says. We have updated front fenders and handguards too, so I'm guessing there's going to be some shields over this. Haven't seen it yet.
Oh man, they got some damage, didn't it?
Well, he's been through a lot.
Good times.
Now this is a big one, and I'm glad they addressed this. This doesn't sound loud now, but when you are on asphalt, that thing just sounds like you're dragging 1,000 golf balls cut in half down a runway. It's loud.
That's a good metaphor.
It's loud, and it just sounds like something's broken. I mean, it sounds like gears are just shredding. But it's really just this little lean bar. Just doesn't sound good at all. They say that there's an improved bearing in here, and I'm guessing a better material that's going to make that quieter, because that was a big turnoff when you're playing around with your RC bike.
Did they say it's going to be more durable too?
Yeah, they did, because that got shredded quickly. The first time that leans and touches, the smoothness of it just looks really bad. I have a genius idea that I think they should have done instead of the Losi Promoto-SM, the street bike, which I'll tell you in just a second. I'm sure a lot of people would be mad if I didn't hit the details, so I'll read through these quickly because I don't think they're huge talking points, but for some people it might be kind of important. So I just want to hit the complete feature bullets. Again, fully assembled, ready to run. Battery and charger is included, and I'm guessing...
really? The battery's included?
I'm guessing one of the options will probably have battery and charger, and they'll probably sell a different collar for cheaper without. That's my guess. That's what I would do if I were them.
They are. It was in the email.
Updated lean bar position and wheels.
It's $50 cheaper.
There you go. That's pretty good, actually. It's a 2S battery.
Do you remember our mission to find this battery? Because
it was crazy.
It's a weird battery, isn't it?
It's a 2S with an IC5 plug. You better have stuck to the IC5 plug, because now I got a couple batteries for this. If you went back to IC3, that was probably the smart choice, but I'll personally be mad because I got 2S batteries with an IC5 plug just because of this. So, new front brake, caliper, and piston.
Oh no!
Hey, don't you break my spacecraft. Supermoto. I'm working on it.
I have this much room.
I like my planes. This is my basement space. Leave me alone. Supermoto style Pro Line Racing original equipment SM street tires on smaller wheels. I talked about all this with you guys, but this is the whole shebang. Front fender and hand guards, officially licensed FXR graphics, patent pending Spectrum MS6X technology. This has a gyro in it. That's what keeps it upright. Sounds amazing. Sounds like a spaceship taking off. Millions of people watched that video. It was really cool. Frame integrated high RPM flywheel. I think it's 21,000, maybe 22,000 RPMs for that flywheel. It takes 30 seconds to spool up. Rising rate rear suspension, powerful brushless system with 40+ mile-an-hour speeds. I think we hit 40+ miles an hour on this. On a 2S battery, that's fast. Dun. Dirt, street, and wheelie control drive modes. Collapsible front crash structure. Realistic rider figure with authentic riding gear. I am so excited to actually see this and have it in person.
You have an email but no pictures.
I don't know why I didn't get a picture.
T minus 12 hours.
I would leak it.
Oh yeah, we definitely leak everything. Yep.
Chain drive with dual disc performance slipper clutch, so still with a chain drive, that's good. Hands-free starting stand included. So it comes with a little launch bar just like this guy. I mean, there's a lot that's the same because, and the last thing is a keyed bike stand included, so this little bike stand. Then it breaks down, and I can't show you guys, but there's a breakdown of everything. So like the updated lean bars, they talk about it more specifically. You just killed Forky! Oh!
I think it's gonna be so
Forky!
Oh my gosh.
They just, like the flywheel unit, they literally say exactly what I just told you in the breakdown. So it's a lot the same.
Hand me my phone. I'll tell you what the price is. Okay, so $600 with battery and charger. Without battery,
$550.
so it must still have the charger?
No,
it says without battery.
That's probably a typo.
$549.99.
Yeah, it's $550. I think that's the price point of this. I think it's spot on. So my genius idea, first of all, let's recap on this guy. I don't think you should fix something if it ain't broke. Thank goodness they didn't change a lot. Now I'm sure the whole overall look is going to be the same, but I'll bet you if you took all the body pieces off of this, I'll bet the internal guts, the gyro, and the electronics, it's probably exactly the same with a different position possibly, but in a street bike form. I like crotch rockets. I think they're cool. I used to have the racing games on PlayStation when I was a kid growing up. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm going to be excited about it. And like I said, yeah, we're getting one, but I guarantee we're going to buy one too. So we'll be just as invested as anyone else. I still think, without having driven it, that the Losi Promoto-MX is probably the winner of the two because this can go on-road and off-road. So in my opinion, what I would do is if I was going to release a street bike, it would be a Harley style of street bike with the coolest rider in the world and leather jacket, maybe even update or upgrade accessory to 8 bars and saddlebags. And you know, I just think personally, if you're going to go street bike, it's going to be a Harley. So hopefully they're not done with this bike series and they can do some stuff with that. I mean,
I was just curious. It is the same, come on, it's the same price.
Yeah, I thought it was.
And it's 4-scale. Just was curious. I feel like this was like $800 when it came out, but I don't know. It's hard to remember everything.
I normally hate videos like this where a person talks about something they don't have, but I've had so much experience with this.
But we have insider info.
Experience with this, insider info, and I'm talking hours and hours of driving this thing. And the new one is so similar, I thought you guys would appreciate actually knowing something other than the probably $20,000 promotional video that Horizon has out there now, which is great, but you know, you learn stuff from people, hopefully other YouTubers, and that's kind of the point, right? She could ride Popeye. We zip tied her back there, put an action cam on her. Oh, he likes her. There you go. Get a belly scratch. Scratch, 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 scratch. I promise, I don't plan on making videos like this without the thing very often. And this might only get 1,000 views. No idea. But I do know that there's a good handful of people that are going to appreciate this because that's not a small amount of money. So you want to learn a little bit about something before you buy it. Am I pumped about it? Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't mean to downplay this at all. It's very cool. And I'm extremely excited to get it. This was just an opportunity to jump in front of the camera and let you guys know what we know because this was such an extremely exciting release when it hit last year and a half ago.
Yeah. Normal
releases, I wouldn't do this. So just wait till I have it and put the video out. But this was just an exception to the rule, and I hope that you guys appreciate this video. It's going to be linked in our description box below. You can pick it up. If you use our link, you help support our channel and our family at no extra cost to you. If you appreciated this video, let us know in the comments, and be sure to turn off your plugins like Honey and your ad blockers because they're literally just giant conglomerations like PayPal, who owns Honey, stealing commission, a few bucks from all the YouTubers out there in the world. So turn it off, uninstall it, get rid of it, and support your favorite people. I also want to say a massive thanks to God for blessing us with the time to jump in front of the camera and share this experience with you guys. Last but not least, I want to say a massive thanks to our Patreon supporters, because we couldn't do what we do as often as we do it without your insanely awesome support. We had a couple of new people sign up for Patreon recently, and I just want to say an extra thank you to you guys as well as all of our existing patrons. Thank you guys so much from the bottom of our hearts. Hey, we have a really fun video of the Promoto-MX. If for some reason you missed that, you are in the minority. You gotta check it out. That video is popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you then.
Bye!